All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about how you can spark your next big creative idea using some seriously powerful and, believe it or not, totally free AI tools that are out there right now.
You know the feeling, right? We have all been there, just staring at a blank page, a blank canvas, and nothing. The ideas just aren't flowing. It doesn't matter if you're a writer, a designer, whatever, that empty space can be pretty intimidating.
Well, what if I told you that you could completely change that? In the next few minutes, we're going to show you exactly how to transform that blank page into a creative playground by teaming up with AI. And the best part? It won't cost you a thing.
Okay, so to really get the most out of these tools, we kind of have to shift our perspective first. It's not just about what the AI can do for you, but how you can actually work with it. Let's explore a totally new way to think about AI.
So you probably heard the debate, right? When it comes to creativity, AI is either just a dumb tool, like a fancy paintbrush, or it's this super smart autonomous partner that does all the work. But here's the thing. What if both of those ideas are completely missing the point?
So let's try on a new idea. Think of AI as responsive material. It's not just a button you push. Imagine it's like a chunk of smart clay. You push on it, you shape it with your ideas, and it pushes back. It responds, it learns, and it actually starts to shape you and your creative process. This is a huge shift, honestly. It turns the whole thing from a chore into a conversation. And this isn't just some cool-sounding phrase I made up. It's actually backed by some serious research from Tilburg University. They looked at this thing called material engagement theory and realized that seeing AI as this responsive material is the key to unlocking a really dynamic back-and-forth relationship with it.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It comes from an archaeologist named Lambros Maleforis, and he's talking about making pottery. You can't make a pot without getting mud on your hands, right? The potter shapes the clay, but the clay also shapes the potter's hands and movements. It's a loop. And that is the perfect way to think about you and AI. It's supposed to be hands-on, a little messy, and totally collaborative.
Okay, so if AI is our new smart clay, how do we actually start working with it? How do we get our hands dirty? Well, you need a process, a workflow. So let's break down a super simple, practical framework for this.
And here it is. Just 4 simple steps for any creative project you do with AI. Sense, sample, shape, and stage. Think of it like this. Sense is about feeling out the initial idea. Sample is getting a bunch of raw material from the AI. Shape is where you, the human, come in and refine it. And stage is getting it ready for prime time.
All right, so we've got the mindset, the responsive material. We've got the framework. Now for the fun part, the tools. Let's fill up our digital toolbox. And seriously, the best part is you can get started with everything we're about to show you for free.
So now we're going to map some of the best free tools out there directly to our 4-step framework. That way, you'll know exactly which tool to grab at each stage of your project.
Okay, let's talk writing. Perfect for those first 2 phases, sense and sample. You have some amazing options here. First, of course, there's ChatGPT. The free tier is an absolute workhorse for just general brainstorming and getting drafts down. Then you've got Claude, which is incredible for more natural-sounding dialogue. Its daily limits are really generous. And don't forget Google Gemini. It's a beast when it comes to research and pulling together ideas from all over the place. And what about visuals? The options are just as awesome. For the sample and shape phases, check out Leonardo AI. You get free daily credits and you can create some really unique stylized art. Then there's UIZArt. This one's a total game changer for designers. You can literally sketch something and it turns it into a wireframe. And for video, Runway has a free plan that lets you play around with making cinematic clips. These tools are fantastic for making your ideas visual.
All right, enough theory. Let's make this concrete. We're going to do a quick run-through of a real-world example, using the framework and the free tools we just talked about to solve a super common creative headache. And here's the problem, which Indie Author Magazine sums up perfectly. If you've ever written anything long, you know this pain. Trying to boil a whole novel down to a few catchy sentences for a blurb, it's torture. A total creative roadblock.
Okay, let's put our framework into action. Phase 1, sense. We need to explore the possibilities. So we'll open up Claude, since it's great with that natural voice, and we'll just throw the basic plot of our sci-fi novel at it. Let's see what it comes up with. And boom, we're in phase 2, sample. See, Claude doesn't spit out one perfect answer. It gives us raw material to work with. We get 3 totally different versions. One focuses on the hero, another on the big, world-ending stakes, and a third one that's all mysterious and hooky. The goal here isn't perfection, right? It's just to get options on the table.
Now for the most important part, Phase 3, Shape. This is where you step in as the creative director. You don't just passively accept what the AI gave you. You look at the options and think, okay, I love the high stakes from Draft B, and I love that mysterious hook from Draft C. So you take those best pieces and craft them into one killer final blurb. Human judgment is absolutely key.
And hey, why stop with the text? Let's take that awesome new blurb over to Leonardo AI. We pop in the main ideas, use some of those free credits, and in just minutes, we've got a fantastic concept for the book cover. So just like that, we've done sense, sample, and shape. The last step, stage, would be taking that blurb and that cover image and, getting them ready to share with the world, maybe making a cool social media graphic or something.
Okay, let's step back for a second. We've seen the mindset, the framework, the tools, we've seen it all in action. So what's the big idea here? What's the main thing to remember?
This quote from Escapism AI just hits the nail on the head. It's so easy to get caught up chasing the best or newest AI model, but that's a game you'll never win. The real power isn't in any single tool. It's in building your own solid creative process, a system you can rely on no matter what new tool comes out next week.
So let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. Number 1, think of AI as that responsive material you get to play with. Number 2, use that simple 4-step framework: sense, sample, shape, and stage. Number 3, remember there are powerful, free tools for every single one of those steps. And finally, the real goal here isn't to become an expert in one tool. It's to build your own creative process that works for you.
So there you have it. You've got the mindset, the framework, and the toolbox. That blank page? Suddenly, it doesn't seem so intimidating, does it? Now it's just a starting point. The only question left is, what creative process are you going to build?